now, so I'm going to continue my book talk. I have my notes here this time. I'm gonna tell you guys some of the chapters names. I have changed them, but not in like my hard book sketchbook. If you guys have any title ideas for this book, comment them or say it in the chat, because I need some title ideas other than the main character's name and what happens, because I feel like that's like a spoiler. I've definitely changed the first few chapter names from this because the names are like rough drafts. The first one, chapter number 1, is called Home. There's also an introduction of this. I've taken it out of my hard sketchbook though. Don't remember why, but I did. Then chapter 2 is The First Day. I'm pretty sure I changed that one. I forgot what to. I've been making this book for like a couple months now. Chapter 3 is called Friends. In the hard sketchbook. And we just have some signatures that I've made for them here for fun. Then some like hair designs for them. I'm probably just going to do the middle one. Chapter 4 is called The Night of the Dance. It's not like a prom or anything, it's just like a regular dance. They're sophomores. So, chapter 5 is a scientist. I've changed that in the Google Doc that I'm making it on, but not on the draft that I'm making it on. But it's basically just where they meet the scientists, or where the scientists find out where they're located. But if you guys do have any title ideas for my book, I would love to hear them, because right now all I have for it, the title of it, is the main character's name and what happens, and I feel like that's kind of a spoiler for it. I need new title names, guys, because I don't think the title's really good. It's kind of basic. Then we have chapter 8. I wrote chapters 6, 7, and 8 in a different book. Chapter 9 is called Search. This is from the villain's perspective. This is where we meet Zena. She has brown hair and purple eyes. And she suggests to look in the forests. Basically, I can't give away too much because I don't want to spoil it for when I actually publish it. I've pushed that chapter back a little bit. Chapter 10 in my rough drafts is called Den, but I moved that chapter back, so chapter 10 now is Found. I'm just going to read the rough draft of it, because then it doesn't give away too much. Code White. Run, Arctic says, as she tries to sprint to the others. The others hear it, but but people are at the back door too and catch them. There is like sedatives involved. So I'm going to blur out that part because I know it makes some people uncomfortable. They capture them. Senna was in the training room that was hidden, and Mika doesn't know she existed because she was made by Damien. This is when Damien first comes into the book. And then they get sent to the lab where Atlas is. In chapter 12 is where we find out who Atlas is. We meet Atlas in this one. There is blood in this one and panic attacks in it. But the characters and their siblings and relationship with others, Arctic is siblings with Atlas and soon to be love. Well, she's the love interest of Artemis right now. He likes her. But she doesn't know it yet. So right now she thinks they're friends, and Artemis he's trying to he has more feelings than Arctic does. In chapter 13 they escape the lab, and this is where they find Xena at the end of the chapter. I keep switching topics. Relationship with characters. Artemis, he's friends in the beginning of the book with Arya and Artemis. Not Artemis is himself. Arya and Amber. He's friends with from the lab. And then he meets Arctic, and that's his love interest in this book. Right now, nothing's happening, but in like 2 chapters, in chapter 15 is when they friend Xena. Xena's an 8-year-old. The rest of them are 16, and Xena's an 8-year-old. Amber is twin sisters with Arya, and friends with. They have a love interest in the Night of the Dance, which is chapter 4. They have a love interest there, which is they have another set of twins. But I've realized how bad that will be for the storyline, because they can't marry the other set of twins. They need to find different. I do give Amber a different storyline. I did give her a love interest. Arya doesn't have a love interest right now in my book. In chapter 16, they go to their old home because they had to make a new home in the forest that was by the lab after they escaped it. So right now they're traveling to go find Sarah. In chapter 17 they find her. Chapter 16 is just them talking to each other and finding out more about each other. 18 is betrayal. 18 is betrayal. This is where Zena betrays them and turns them into Mika. Chapter 19 is the truth, where Zena finds out the truth and Mika was lying to them. Mika was lying to Zena about it. Chapter 20 is a new hybrid. This is where we meet Opal. Opal is now the love interest for Arctic. And I need to push back chapter 20's title because love interest, we need to have Alex in, because Alex is not... Alex is Atlas's love interest, and he's not introduced yet. I need to find love interests for my twins, because I gave them a set of twins in chapter 4, but they can't date another set of twins, can they? Because in the chapter love interest, which I don't know how far I'm gonna push that one back. This is before the betrayal of Opal. So I need to bring... It's gonna be new hybrids actually, so we can bring Alex in. Oh, I have your glasses on. These aren't my glasses. Not mine. I don't wear glasses, guys. I just steal my siblings' glasses for fun. In chapter 22 is the canyon, and they're walking to their new den that they've made in this chapter. Chapter 23 is where we officially meet Damien, because in the canyon chapter is where Opal turns them in. And then in chapter 24 is a new beginning, where they save Alex, not save, they take Alex with them to their new den, because it was Opal who betrayed them, and not Alex. Alex is now a good guy, same with Zena. I need to make another OC for this one, because if I put Alex in with Opal, then I need to make a new OC for this one, because I can't do that. Because then I would need to bring these chapters up. It's either that or push the love interest back, which I'm not doing. So we're going to make another OC for this, which is going to be hard. Because there's like, how many characters? There's Arctic, Atlas, Arya, Amber, and Artemis. Sarah, Mika, Zena, Opal, Alex, and Damien. So we're gonna have to add another one in here. Chapter 25 is Damien and Mika. It's where they team up to make a new hybrid that is strong enough to bring all of their hybrids that have escaped back. And then chapter 26, we learn about Opal's backstory and why he brought them back. His backstory, Damien said if he brought all the hybrids back because Damien somehow found out about them and he teamed up with Mika to try and get them back. So they're making a new hybrid. Opal, Damien said he would be able to be set free if he captured the other hybrids, which was not true. He's still under the scientist's control. Chapter 27, we are going to meet a new character, because it can't be Alex anymore. We're going to meet a new character. What should I call him? What should I call the new guy character? Because I don't have a name for him anymore. Because I've realized I've already used that name. So if you guys have any ideas, type them in, please. Because I've started to run out of ideas with my short story and my other books. And then chapter 28 is spring, so now it's only been a couple of months in the book. We started the book at the beginning of the school year, and now it's springtime, so April. And then they're all happy right now in chapter 28, but I haven't figured out what I'm doing for 29 or 30 yet. But chapter 28 is basically, it's springtime, so it's like the right temperature. They're in their new den, feeling safe. They have Sarah with them now. So everybody who's good is Sarah, Arctic, Atlas, Artemis, Arya, Amber, and Alex. Those are all the good characters right now. 2 of them have switched from the bad side to the good side, which is Zena and Alex. And then we have Opal, who didn't switch to the good side. And then we have Mika and Damien, who are now teaming up. I've told my siblings about the book. They are already shipping Damien and Mika, when Damien hasn't even really been introduced in the book. We haven't seen what he looks like yet. He comes in at chapter 25. No, not chapter 25. Chapter 22, when they get captured by Opal and Alex, is when we meet hardcopy him. He's mentioned in chapter 5 because he made Sarah when Mika made the rest of them. So I haven't made chapter 22 yet, but I have a vague idea of what it's supposed to be. They're gonna... I need to breathe. Opal is an angel hybrid, and he's going to knock down rocks and capture them. They're going to be probably severely injured by the rocks falling on them, but Alex is out of the way because he's a dragon hybrid. And then the rocks fall on the 6 of them. I think it's 6. Yeah, because we have Zena now. So the good guys in chapter 22 are Arctic, Atlas, Artemis, Arya, Amber, and Zena. And then in chapter 24, Alex becomes a good character. My siblings have already started shipping the villains. for some reason. They call it Damon Mika. It's a pretty funny name because right now, in the part of the book that I'm at, they don't even know each other yet. Which I find really funny that they've already started shipping them. They've started shipping Atlas and Arctic, but that got shut down real quick because they're siblings. And I don't think Atlas and Arctic are both girls. And then Arya and Amber are twin siblings. I need to make OCs for them for the love interest chapter that I'm doing. I need them to have partners. I've run out of names for them. Run out of names for the characters I'm making. So if you guys have any names, comment them please. I need names. I'm not good at coming up with names. I need 3 names. Which are what that's what's stopping me right now, is coming up with new names, last names, and birthdays for them all. Because I don't know what birthdays to give them, but I don't want to just choose a random date. So I have character descriptions of each of them. Arctic has long ice blue hair, and then has ice blue eyes, and then her whole theme's like an ice blue. She has ice blue wings as well. I might change them to white. No, they're gonna stay ice blue because Atlas already has white wings, which is her sibling. She's 5'6". Her weakness is using her friends against her. Like, if you have one of her friends, she will either go out of control or not use her power at all. Cause she knows how to control it mostly, but only for harm. So she's been figuring out how to use it for good. Artemis, they all have ears and tails because they're fox hybrids. Yeah. And then Mika's been trying to make wolf hybrids, but they've been turning out as fox hybrids. They're called kitsunes, if you guys know what that means. They're basically just fox hybrids with only 2 of them have wings, which are the first 2 of them, which is Arctic and Atlas. And Arctic has ice blue wings, while Atlas has white wings, but like a red color scheme. So she has red ears, red hair, and a red tail. Their main the outfits that I've had them in last were a gray shirt and dark gray pants, because they were just taken in by Sarah and then got captured. So they're still in them, but they're going to get new clothes soon because they need new clothes. They've been in those clothes for a while now. It's been like, in the book, it's been like a week or 2. They've just escaped from the lab, met Xena in person, and now are heading back. So we have Vesperia Forest and what's the other forest's name? Vesperia Forest and Echo Forest. Echo Forest is the first forest they're in. Vesperia Forest is the new forest that they're in. Without Sarah. But they're gonna get her. They all have different powers. Arctic can control elements such as the main four, lava, and ice, and light. And lightning, I believe. I need to take away some of her powers, because she has too many. I can't make her overpowered from the start. It's a little too late for that now that I'm realizing. I can't take away her powers now. Unless if I rewrite the whole book. Artemis can control lightning. But not well. Because they're a little less traumatized than Arctic and Atlas, because they were the main ones who were experimented on. Then we have Arya, who can control air. Yeah, Arya can control air. Arctic is teaching them how to use all their powers because she's mastered them from a young age. Then Amber can control fire. Kind of corresponds to her name. Atlas can control lava. Sarah can control... She can heal people. Xena controls light. Alex can breathe fire. Opal doesn't have a power. Mika has needle manipulation. I've been told that that's a bad idea to give the villain needle manipulation. But I didn't really care what they said. Because I'm like, then what other power should I give the villain? And then they didn't have any ideas. My first idea was to give her knife manipulation, but then I realized how bad that could go. So I gave her needle manipulation instead. And then Damien, I need a power for Damien. I think the power I gave him was cage manipulation. He could turn anything he wants into a cage. They have to be put in a ceramic cage, because if they're not, then they can escape easily, because they can burn the metal. So I think they're put in a ceramic cage, or like a bulletproof glass cage. The short story that I'm working on has Alora and Atlas. But Atlas is different in this book. Atlas still has red hair, but this one doesn't have fantasy in it. I don't think. It has a little bit, I guess. It's like witches and wizards. Like back when there were kings and queens in every continent. And Atlas has gold eyes instead of red eyes. And then has red hair. And he's like the villain of the story. And then Alora has silver eyes and purple hair. Alora doesn't know that he's the villain. And right now she's confused how he knows her name. Because she used a fake name in the quest she was on. Because she made them think that she was a guy. Because back then, women weren't supposed to fight. So they thought she was a guy until recently. So now they know her true identity and now just sacrificed her to the villain, which is her childhood love. And she's just been sacrificed to her childhood love. She got bit by a bug. Not a real bug, but it was a sedative. So, and then he took her away from the quest people and said, next time, don't sacrifice somebody who's in love with me. And then he shows his face to the quest people. It was really funny to write that part because this is like dark fantasy-ish. I've turned down the spice level on it though, because it might get more spicy later on. But right now, it's like not a really spicy book, but that depends on what you qualify spicy. Like a lift, like taking off your hoodie and the shirt lifts up a little bit. That's spicy. But right now she's tied in a basement and is asking how he knows her real name and all that. So I haven't given names to the quest people yet. I need name requests because I don't have names for them. I've been looking at my mood boards and everything. Ugh. But I've designed a book cover for the book I'm publishing, but I don't, that's not, no, not a green screen. How far is it in my photos? This is what Arctic looks like with the gray shirt and the gray pants. That's like a rough draft. I need to redo it a little bit. Then this is Atlas. Her name's not Nifty anymore. I made all the characters of Hazbin Hotel on Gotcha first, but now I'm remaking them, and I haven't gotten to change her name yet. So that's Atlas with the gray shirt and pants on. Earlier photos of them, where are they? Earlier photos of them, I first made them for fun. Then I realized I could write a book about them. So I've started that. And that's kind of how this all started. I have actual, not photos really. This was one of Arctic's rough drafts of her. That's like a rough draft of Arctic. Ooh. Then this is her in like a different dress. That's Atlas now. That's how I made Atlas, was based off of Arctic. This is like Arctic's actual design. And I was making her outfit for the ball. So I've filled it all in. It's in my sketchbook, but that's her outfit for the prom. Then that's like a rough draft. That's a rough draft of Artemis. That's a rough draft of Artemis. How do I move the photo over? Can I? Hello. I don't think I can move the photo over, guys. Dang. You can't see. Dang it. Then this is a rough draft of Amber. She was originally a bunny hybrid. I think this is one of the first rough drafts of Arctic. I swear I had more photos. I thought I had more photos of them. Or at least I thought I did. Apparently not. That's weird. But I've kind of run out of things to talk about. I don't think I've talked about my Journal of a Demigod yet. I've made this based off of my Google Classroom. So the person whose journal it is that we don't know until the end, I've based her off of me. So her name's Artemis Ray. Her last name's Alora. I actually gave this one a last name and a birthday, which is the only one I have given, and an aesthetic and everything. She's a daughter of Nyx, and I've made this so it's in the Percy Jackson series. So she's a daughter of Nyx and likes Nico. So, but she can't like Nico. I can't make her like Nico because then we can't have Will Solis in it. And I can't make her like Percy Jackson because then we can't. I forgot their ship name. I can't have Annabeth and Percy Jackson. I might make her like Leo though, because he's another good option. Haven't really decided yet. How much time have I talked? Oh my gosh. I've been yapping for 40 minutes, basically. That on my books. I find that insane. I do have an actual title that I do need to find, because I have designed each and every one of them for how they look right now. I have designs for Xena, and I only have designs for my book right now. But the Journal of a Demigod is basically me. So I might make her like a girl just for the fun of it, because that would be a good plot twist. Making her think that she's straight at the beginning of the book, and then turn her bi. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Well, it was fun chatting with y'all. But I've gotta say bye-bye, butterflies, because it is, like, what time is it? It is 10:30 here, and I should probably get to bed. bye bye, my butterflies. See you in the next live, hopefully. And I would love to hear you guys talk about your own books to me, and I will try to print out a hard copy of my book, because right now it's only in a doc, but I would love to hear you guys chat about your books in the next live, and hopefully get name ideas, because I need them really badly. So, bye bye, my butterflies. See you on the next one, hopefully.